Welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about the true origin of the man bun, and more importantly, much more importantly, I want to talk about the medulla oblongata because understanding the medulla when we're getting deep into meditation can give us a lot more success for a yogi, a lot more success. Stick around as we get into man buns and medullas. So the interesting thing is that I read a few articles about the man bun in researching this video that I wanted to make for you guys. The thing that they often attribute the man bun to is the samurai, which is incorrect. The samurai would shave the top of their head and then take their ponytails and fold it on top. And the reason that they did that very peculiar hairstyle, was for the helmets that they wore. It was for ventilation and a slight cushion on the top of the head with the hair that's pulled up and tied on the top. Now that's fairly different from the man bun style. Nobody's shaving their head and folding it on top. What everybody's doing is they're taking all of their hair and they're piling it on top of the head. And the wonderful thing about that nobody knows is when you pile it on the top of the head, on top of the suture that's on the top of the head, when you pile it up there right above the pineal gland, that pulling of the hair pulls the medulla open. And who did that? The rishis of India, the yogis. They're the ones that did it, and it's all of the travelers going to India looking for spiritual wealth that came back to the United States, came back to Europe with their hair tied up like the rishis that started this whole man bun craze. Not a big fan of man buns, but I am a humongous fan of the medulla. And pulling your hair up like that will help to stretch the back of the neck, open the medulla, and make it easier for a yogi to sense the medulla oblongata, which is the correct location of the Ajna Chakra. It's the medulla, and right above the medulla is the Ajna Chakra. So you see in a lot of yogic books, you see that the Ajna Chakra is pictured here. And that's really not fair, it's not correct. It's a simplification. See, this point right here is a mirror image of what's in the back of the brain, the medulla oblongata. That is the true Ajna Chakra. And how do you find it? You always find it with your heart mind. You find any chakra in the body, not with your fingers, but with your heart mind. So for simplification, I often point, but really that's incorrect. The best thing we can do is find any chakra point with our heart mind. So how do you find the medulla? Remember something, a time where you suddenly understood something. You had an aha moment and you went, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. And when that happens, what happens? You strain the back of your neck, which is the medulla, and you do that because those deep understandings come from that place. That's where they come from. Just like when you feel love, you feel like your heart is opening. You actually feel the sensation like it's opening up. And when we get that aha moment, that deep understanding, it takes place right back here in the medulla. Fascinating, right? So maybe you're like me and you like your short hair and you're not ready to start sporting a man bun. No problem. I'm going to show you my very favorite medulla stretching technique. So you go up against the wall and you push your chin in, and the top of your head is going to rest against the wall, And as you push in, it's going to help you, those 2 points, the chin going in and the head on the top of the head on the wall, is going to help to stretch the back of the neck. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. The chin goes in and the top of the head goes up as it scrapes against the wall. That's it. It's a great exercise. It feels great. And you want to do about 15 at a time. So 15 stretches 3 times a day, maybe 4 if you have time for it. And it's really going to open up the medulla and help to fix your meditative posture so that you can more easily feel with your heart mind the medulla oblongata, which is the true origin of the spiritual eye, the Ajna Chakra. So when you see it, it looks like it's in the front of your head, in the front of your face, right? But the actual location, it's a mirror of the medulla oblongata. So that's a wonderful stretch. And when we spend a lot of time thinking that all of our spirituality is right here in the front of the head, in the kutastha, it tends to give us this kind of a posture and meditation. The chin goes up, the neck is reduced, and the forehead goes up. And this is actually the opposite of what we want, because the real point is not the kutastha, it's the medulla. And as we stretch out the neck, we become more and more aware of the medulla oblongata, which is the true point in meditation. And this is huge. It's a really big deal, and it's something that most mystical schools all the way back in Greece get wrong. They get this wrong all the time because you see it here, you think it's here. Just like the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. You say the sun is coming around the earth because you don't understand that the earth is rotating. And it's the same thing with the spiritual eye and the medulla. Everybody sees it here, they see a little light, so that's where it is. But it's actually a mirror, and the most important point, the dorsal vagal nerve comes right up into the medulla, and the medulla is the breath center, and it relays information to the heart and the breath. This is really a big deal in meditation. So I hope you guys will try that stretch out that medulla. It's gonna feel great. It's gonna fix your posture. You're gonna feel more relaxed in a very straight and easy posture. It's very, very healthy. I'm excited to talk to you guys about that. Thanks for sticking around. Be sure to subscribe. And if you like this video, you might really like this video. And if you like that one, you might like this video. Take care, guys.